set number 30, Kateřina Čechovská! Číslo 2, number 2, Kateřina Tepla! Číslo 6, number 6, Petra Hercejgová! Číslo 21, number 21, Karolína Kosinová! Číslo 15, number 50, Kateřina Němcová! Číslo 88, number 8, Lucka Rejlová! Číslo 17, number 70, Veronika Volková. Číslo 20, number 20, Jana Fričová. Číslo 31, number 31, Kateřina Družbíšková. Číslo 18, number 18, Paulína Horáková. Číslo 9, number 9, Martina Dopičová. Číslo 14, number 40, Denisa Křížová. Číslo 8, number 8, Barbora Patočková. Číslo 21, number 25, Míša Rulová. Číslo 24, number 24, Petra Kvasnicková. Číslo 13, number 40, Lucka Kubínová. Číslo 16, number 60, Tereza Palová. Číslo 71, number 71, Aneta Duegon. Číslo 42, number 42, Aneta Kámetová. Číslo 22, number 22, Lucka Magahartová. Číslo 26, number 26, Vendula Zipilová. Číslo 12, number 12, Linda Hicksová. Číslo 98, number 98, Kristýna Kaltounková. Hlavním trenérem the head coach of the Czech Republic je pan Karel Manhar. Dámy a pánové, prosím přivítejme maskota mistrovství Bendyho! A máme tu také rozhodčí dnešního utkání. Dámy a pánové, prosím přivítejme dnes také rozhodčí zápasu. Here are the referees of this game, Megan Lamont and Kelly Keller! Vážení fanoušci, prosím klid. Přivítejte hráčky České republiky! Spojených států Číslo 7, number 7, Stephanie Hokejbal. Číslo 9, number 9, číslo 5, number 5, Rebecca Dobson. Číslo 1, number 1, Tiffany Fant. Číslo 22, number 22, Ryan Dixon.
We welcome you to Gold Medal Saturday. Tip Sport Arena, Pardubice, the Czech Republic. Women's gold medal game about to start. The United States of America will take on the host team, the Czech Republic. USA defeated Canada yesterday in their semifinal. The Czechs got by Slovakia 1-0. Starting goaltenders: Carolee Beckering for the United States, Katarina Zakovska for the Czechs. There's Beckering getting ready. And Zakovska getting encouragement from her teammates before we start. Canada won the bronze medal earlier. But now it is the gold. And once again, if you'd like to get in touch with me here at our webcast, live stream of games from Pardubice, best way to do it is use Twitter. Use my handle @GScottSports, @GScottSports. Send me a message. Let me know where you're watching the game from. So we've got the women's game. Good crowd on hand here for this women's gold medal game. Last night, this place was on wheels. Nearly 8,000 fans to watch that semifinal. Czech Republic, Slovakia in the men's, won by Slovakia in extra shooters in a shootout. Right away offside at the Czech blue line. Right away, Chechi. Chant goes up from the home fans. Levin tried to get it in. It went off a Czech player and out of play over on the far side, went to the penalty box area. Karolina Kasinova there for the Czechs. They have been very strong. They only lost to Canada in round robin play. Talking to a couple of the players on Team Canada just prior to the start of this one, ran into them out in the fan zone in front of Tip Sport. Disappointed in their loss yesterday in that semifinal game against these Americans, but very pleased to be going home with the medal. Talking to Kristen Coos, she said, I've got all three colors now. Silver last year, bronze this year. Sorry, gold last year, bronze this year, and a silver in Slovakia a few years ago. Czechs bring it in. Pribleva, that shot off one of the American players and out. Americans will change. Czechs will change. Here's Pribleva. Peleva won the faceoff for the Czechs towards the blue line, knocked down there. Strohmeyer unable to get it out. Amber Moore turning against the boards for the USA. She has it taken away. Rulova backhand, that went wide. So went through the crease, came out the other side. Rulova threw it in front. Moore's got it. Moore to center, can't get it out. Kept in by Frischova. Now the U.S. get it out down the floor. Frischova back to get it. Up ahead, they try and get it to Horalkova. Now down the middle. Kasinova taken away by Strohmeyer. Horalkova. Back to Nemcheva. That pass was intended for Potachkova. Down the floor it goes. It'll be a foreign call against the United States. 1:58 in. No score yet. Certainly the biggest crowd we've seen for a women's game, and why not? It is for the gold medal. The home team is playing. Gets between the two players back at the point for the Czechs. Kasinova to Nemcheva. In over the blue line, following up it down in the corner, Horalkova. Trying to get away was Caban from the U.S. She does, gets it up along the boards. The U.S. will move it out. They don't get it over the center red line. Kept in by Potachkova. Into Beckering. She will leave it there for Stephanie Caban. Taken by Potachkova. Horalkova turns. Shot does not get through. That one stopped by Beckering on the second attempt. Tiffany Funt checks with early pressure. Caban up at center. Funt in over the blue line. In behind the goal line. Went in there with Miskova, Ledlova, Aneta Ledlova into the middle. Got it to Priblova. Ball comes down to Beckering. She's got it and will hold on. We'll get a face off the U.S. end of the floor. Harrington got it up to the blue line. No further for the U.S. Out at center. Getting to it is Dixon. Dixon will chase it into the corner. Dixon back at the blue line. The U.S. were changing. Nobody back there. They were changing their defense. Ganazio tipped away. Rulova will go get it. Fischer's long pass missed the mark. Fired down the floor, right on the goaltender. And Zakowska forced to make the save and cover it up. Gold medal on the line here. Potachkova, Manhardova in over the red line to Potachkova. That's onside. Cleared off the stick of Potachkova. Moore out at center. The U.S. get it out over center. Simpson trying to get it on her stick. Potachkova's got it. Dumps it in. McEwen for the U.S. around the boards. Over to Amber Moore. Moore had to wait for it. They get their sticks tied up. Moore kicks it free. Up ahead to Kelly Foley. Priblova along the boards, drops it back, taken away by Strohmeyer. Strohmeyer for the U.S. cleared it in. Long pass up ahead. They were looking for Ledvila. And the ball just bounced over her stick. Aneta Ledvila. She was in a bit of a scoring slump, but got a big one yesterday in the semifinal win over Slovakia. Rulova to the blue line and over. Got around McEwen. Out in front. Huge save by Beckering. Kavanchkova was set up by Rulova all alone in front of Beckering. And the U.S. goaltender keeps the score 0-0. Rulova turning it center. She'll bring it down the right side. And there you see Kavanchkova just delaying at the blue line, goes to the front of the goal. Here comes the pass, there's the shot. Off Beckering, off the post, and then into the corner. Nemcheva in there with Caban. Nemcheva comes up with it. Up ahead. Long pass up ahead. Van Herdova couldn't catch up to it. Levin off the boards for the U.S. Kept in. Nemcheva with the big slap shot. Talked about that many times this week. Hardest shot in the women's game. Katerina Nemcheva. Stewart can't get it out over center. Still fighting over there. Backhanded in by the Czechs and now cleared down the floor right to the Czech goalie, Zakovska. Again, she'll hold on to it. We'll get a face-off from the Czech end of the floor. Rulova. Wheels down that right side on that chance for Kavanchkova. Face off. U.S. have it. Dixon got it out in front, cleared by the Czechs, but only as far as the blue line. Sent back in again by Gannazio. High at center. Back in. U.S. can't touch it. Touch first by the Czechs. Stolen. Funt with a shot. Save made by Zakovska. Here's Minskova. Up at the blue line. Kept in. U.S. with a bit of pressure. Dobson sends it back down in. Dobson, the hero for the U.S. yesterday, scoring in the final minute of their semifinal game against Canada to send them into this gold medal matchup. Priblova in front, taken behind the U.S. goal. Dobson is there. Shisheva looking for it. Dobson goes down. Falls on the ball. Face-off will be in the U.S. end. 7:44 gone, first period. Still no score. Dobson and Ledlova going together. Dobson goes down on top of the ball. Right from the face-off, Dixon breaking out. Dixon's got a step on the right side. In over the blue line, gains the zone. Tried to play it back for Bronson. Taken away by the Czechs. Rulova. Kavanchkova down in the corner. Kavanchkova throwing it out in front. Rulova will take it behind the U.S. goal. Throws it out in front, cleared away. Dixon is on it. Kusinova. Again, if you don't like the sound of drums, don't come watch a hockey game in the Czech Republic. Ball rolls down to Zakovska. Erika Simpson for the U.S. Just a quick look at Dominskova, Manhardova, Potachkova. The U.S. had it momentarily and gave it away. Manhardova got it in over the blue line, no further. Railova at center. It'll be a hand pass. Knocked down by Railova, first touched by Potachkova. Czech Republic sent out their big line. Privlova centering Shisheva and Ledlova. Reddington couldn't get a stick on the ball at the blue line. Trying to follow up on it, Haley Frade. Reddington along the boards, working. Taken away by Privlova. Privlova turns. Shisheva, 11 for the U.S. Back they come. Stewart in over the blue line. Ball goes down to Sakovska, and again she'll hold on to it. It was all Czech Republic early. United States beginning to find their legs. 9:24 gone the opening period. This gold medal women's game at the ISBHF World Ball Hockey Championships. No score. Czech Republic, United States. Gavanchkova on the left side. Gimnazio watching her. Gavanchkova on the goal. Rulova. Rulova turning and twisting against Paige Harrington. Rulova turns, gets it out in front, and it went through the crease and cleared. But the Czechs are on it again. Gavanchkova. Ball was touched by someone there in the row of photographers between the benches. The refs missed it. Play continues on. Stopped at the blue line. Dixon for the U.S. Back to pick it up. Palava. Got it to Railova. Tipped in. That'll be a flooring call against the Czechs. Number of photographers and other media right in between the two benches down below us. Ball was flipped up that side. It hit somebody there. I think actually hit one of the cameras. The camera people leaning out over the boards. There's no glass in that area. Railova. Got it out, down the floor. Moore overran it. Moore's got it now, Amber Moore. But Potachkova's all over her. Moore will continue on. Still along the boards. Moore doing great work up as far as the blue line and out. Foley made the pass over to Bronson, taken back by the Czechs. Manhardova. Manhardova spinning off the boards. Bronson had her tied up. Comes to the side of the goal. Beckering will hold on. 11:09 gone. Here in the first period. Still no score. States get it out down the floor. Frischeva got there for the Czechs, gave it away. Strohmeyer. Strohmeyer turning along the boards. Krivlova watching her. Strohmeyer tried to get it out in front, taken away by the Czechs. Shisheva stops in the corner. threw it out in front. Priblova couldn't get the shot. Does on the second one. Beckering's got it and holds on. That pass just a little off the mark. Priblova had to reach behind her to get it and control it. By the time she got her shot away, U.S. stick got in the way and didn't get all of it on goal. Beckering made the save, didn't give up the rebound. Whistle goes as the Czechs take a shot. The referee out at center didn't like the way the face-off was done. They're going to move it outside the blue line now. Stewart. Working against Kasinova. Ball comes loose. Kept in by the States. Stewart to the boards. Kasinova and Stewart go over there. Reddington came in to help out for the U.S. Reddington. Nemcheva is on her. Over in the corner for Stewart. She and Kasinova continue their battle. Nemcheva comes in to help out again, looking for it. Nemcheva's got it. Up to Kavenchkova. They turn it over to the U.S. blue line. 11. Shot in on goal. Zakowska made the save. Ball goes into the corner. Kasinova. Haley Frade is there. Near side, Tiffany Funt against two Czech players. Funt gets it over to Dixon. Dixon ringing around in behind the goal. Nobody there for the U.S. Now the race is on to get to the ball. Railova. U.S. with pressure. Stolen away. Dobson. Prelova go in there. Dixon comes up with it. Back to Dobson. Dobson trying to jam it in at the side of the goal. Zakowska holds the post. Whistle goes. That's the best shift for the United States so far in this game. Dobson tried the wraparound. Over the top of the goal goes the shot from the U.S. Paige Harrington. Czechs come up with it. Long pass up at center, right onto the stick of the Czech player. Drop pass, back in front. They try and get it to Kaltunova. Haven't seen much of her at all. States will change. Drums continue. Mesler down to the blue line. There's Mishkova. The ball goes in between the two players' benches, out of play. Under a minute to go in the first period. No score. It was all Czechs early. The United States playing much better in the second half of this period. Mishkova tried to clear it, stopped by Kelly. Sorry, by Foley, Kelly Foley. Foley's got it. Comes back to her, line the boards. Crease violation against the United States. The player in the Czech crease. Face-off will come outside the blue line. 29 seconds to go. First period. States couldn't hold it in at the blue line. Czechs pushing it down towards the American blue line. U.S. come up with it. Foley will dump it in. Just 10 seconds to go in the period. Ralkova up ahead, but Tochkova, time's going to run out. Play will stop right there. Buzzer goes. Entertaining first period. United States coming on in the latter stages. Held off the early onslaught by the Czechs, and we are tied. No score after 1 period of play. This is for the women's gold medal. We'll be back with the second period in just a few minutes. You're watching Women's Gold Medal Action 2017 ISBHF World Ball Hockey Championships. We are in Pardubice, Czech Republic. Last day, medal day.
Kateřina Zekovská, naše brankářská jednička. Co takhle na úvod Katce trošku zatleskat? Káďo, co říkáš na tu atmosféru tady v Pardubici?
Atmosféra je úžasná, přišlo hodně lidí a skvělé hodně, my jsme rádi.
Dneska je tady finále s velkým F. Možná překvapivý soupeř. Nakolik tě překvapilo, že tady dneska nejsou holky z Kanady, ale ze Spojených států?
Tak překvapilo nás to hodně, čekali jsme Kanadu, ale jestli jsme byli první, tak musíme porazit všechny, ať je to Amerika, Maďarsko nebo Kanada.
Maďarsko pravda tady není. Ty jsi to ale neuvěřitelně uzavřela. Jak se ti tady chytá?
Výborně, diváci jsou skvělí, že do nás všechny dobře, máme skvělou partu, holky hrajou skvěle, je to výborný.
A ty máš teďka unikátní možnost tady do kamery říct vzkaz těm skvělým fanouškům. Mikrofon i kostka jsou jenom tvé.
Děkujeme všem a doufáme, že nás poženete stále dopředu a že to spolu vyhrajeme.
Vážení fanoušci, Kateřina Zekovská. Statutární město Pardubice. Generálními partnery mistrovství hokejbalu jsou Česká podnikatelská pojišťovna a Finex Technology. Hlavní partneři mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Czech, plný nervů, den plný jednoho úspěchu i jednoho úspěchu. Pojďme si připomenout top branky semifinálového dne. Toliko ofenzoři, ale co na to defenzoři? Tady vidíte top 3 brankářských zákroků semifinálového dne. První třetina sice branku nepřinesla, ani na jedné, ani na druhé straně, ale bylo na co koukat. Pojďme si ještě připomenout a pojďme se nažavit na druhou třetinu.
No score after one period. Shots on goal even in the first period, 5 apiece. This gold medal matchup between the United States and the Czech Republic. No penalties in the first period either, no power plays. That could play a major factor in this game before it's over. If any team gets into penalty trouble. Some of the Czech fans here. Players are ready. We've got 30 more minutes to try and decide this gold medal game. Canada won the bronze earlier. Once this one is over, we'll turn our attention to the men's competition. Bronze and gold medal games coming up in that. It is Medal Saturday. And I mentioned, well, if any team gets in penalty trouble, well, it's just offside. I thought one of the U.S. players was heading to the penalty box. Again, got a little ahead of myself. Offside at the U.S. blue line. That's all that was. 11. Knocked off her stick. Czech Republic keep it in. Manherdova fed it in front. One off a leg wide, in behind the goal. Patachkova. Back of the blue line. Funt intercepted, couldn't get it out. Manherdova had it knocked off her stick. Play continues on down in the corner. Levin back to get it for the U.S. Levin. Long pass down the floor, past everybody, and it'll be a flooring call against the United States. 53 seconds into the second period. No score. Face-off will be back in the USA end of the floor. To the left of Carly Beckering, U.S. goalkeeper. Czechs win the face-off. Rule of a shot went off a leg in behind the American goal. Ganazio had it taken away. Now the referee out at center has called a cross-checking penalty. And clearly from the whistling, you can tell the penalty will go to the Czechs. Denisa Shisheva will go. First power play goes to the United States. We'll move the face-off down into the Czech end of the floor. Czechs win the face-off. Patachkova surrounded behind the goal. Foley, back of the point, Harrington. To Stewart. Down to Haley Frey to get it in behind the goal. Out in front, they score! Beautiful cross-crease pass by Julia Bronson. And the United States get on the board with a power play goal. A beautiful pass. Bronson right at the goal line, across, coming in. I believe it's Foley. Double check it here as we see the replay. We'll get it in a second. What a pass, what a goal by the United States. Said power plays might play a big role. First power play of the game, first goal of the game.
Čas 16:28, gól Spojených států amerických, střelila hráčka číslo 4, Kelly Foley, přihrávala hráči číslo
It is Kelly Foley, the recipient of a wonderful pass.
0-1, time 16:28, goal the USA by player number 4, Kelly Foley, assisted by player number 18, Julia Bronson, and number 10, Harry Frey. Match score 0-1.
Kusinova shot. Beckering sprawling to keep it out. Manherdova will leave it in the corner. Patachkova allowed to walk right out, shoots. Beckering makes the save. Rebound cleared. Nemchikova will put it back in. Caban out at the blue line, kept in by the Czechs. Down behind the goal line it goes once again. Manherdova trying to work loose. Levin's all over her. Manherdova back at the blue line. Kusinova shot off a leg wide. Caban clears it to the boards. Reddington can't get it out on the first try. Can't get it out on the second. Caban, she can't get it out. Nemcheva behind the goal. Shisheva. Ledlova. Back to Shisheva. Czechs trying to respond to that opening goal by the U.S. U.S. clear it under extreme pressure. There'll be a flooring call. We'll come back down to our right, the U.S. end of the floor. Rail of it, played it in front, knocked down. Up ahead, racing to try and get to it. Dixon, she does, gets the shot, but from a sharp angle. Following up on it was Dobson. Dixon couldn't quite catch up to it before it was down almost to the goal line. A shot from a sharp angle. Easy save for Zerkowska. Ball comes loose, Czechs have it. Back at center, Railova. Shot went in behind the goal. Rulova getting out in front. Tried to get it. Upelova had her stick lifted. Cleared in by Dixon. Funt will get it in a little deeper and the U.S. will change. Horalkova. Manartova back to Horalkova. Horalkova back to Manhardova. Shot blocked, knocked down. Versigova. Down to Patachkova. Patachkova trying to get free. Got it to Horalkova, but she had her stick checked. Another penalty coming up. Referee's arm has gone up. It again will go to the Czechs. Pavlina Horalkova. They're both going to go, Czechs and the Americans. Lindsay Wild going for the U.S. There you see Horalkova. It'll open it up. It'll be 4-on-4 for the 2 minutes, barring goals or other penalties. Foley chipped it ahead. Kelly Foley with a couple of great moves. Finally, it goes wide of the goal. Almost beat both Czech defenders. Bronson holding against the boards. Foley looking for it. Referee telling them to move it. Easier said than done. Bronson to the side of the goal. Nemcheva back to the boards. Ledleva. Katerina Nemcheva. Kriblova. Now it's in over the blue line. Back out by the U.S. Quickly up the floor. Amber Moore. She'll go in to get it herself. Moore takes it off the boards. Watched by Kasinova. Moore behind the goal. Wrap around. It's underneath Zerkowska. She didn't know where it was. Moore with a great move behind the goal, gets it out in front. There's the wraparound. It's between the pads of Zerkowska. She has no idea. When you don't know where the ball is, don't move. Last thing she wanted to do was knock it into her own net, so she just stayed still until they found it. Dixon with a turnaround from the slot. Zerkowska with the save. Still 4-on-4. Another 35 seconds. 11 off the boards, waiting for it back here. Manhardova. Shisheva from a sharp angle is deflected in behind the goal off the stick of Manhardova. Nets become dislodged. They're going to blame the Czechs for it. So the faceoff comes outside the blue line. Luci Rejlova. 6:30 gone in the second. Rulova, captain. Paige Harrington for the U.S. Strohmeyer getting in there quickly on the forecheck. Nemcheva looking for it. Nemcheva's got it. Up ahead. Rulova. Rulova takes it over the blue line. Potachkova. Turning. Gets it back in behind the goal. He's down along inside the goal line. Back at the point. Pinching in had been Herzigova, and she's got to go all the way back in her own end. Pass up at center wasn't touched. Flooring call against Czech Republic. So Elena Iadonidis for a moment. There is Aneta Ledlova. U.S. team talking it over. Stewart. Wild shot was blocked. Czechs move it up ahead, stopped at the blue line. Good defending there by Lindsay Wild. Reddington stopped up. Shisheva offside at the blue line. We are now just past the halfway mark of this game. 7:38 gone, second period. The only goal, a power play goal by Kelly Foley of the U.S. as she took the pass across the crease from Julia Bronson. Got it past Zakowska. Ball went out of play. They'll redo the face-off. Well, they're going to move it inside now, saying it went off a U.S. player's stick. Hardaba knocked the ball loose. Two players go down. They go over each other again. It's rough and tumble, literally. Kasinova. Pass beyond the reach of Tonova. Shot in on Beckering. She makes the save. Her toughest test here in the second period. Ball comes off the boards. Potachkova, the shot. Beckering with the save, covers the rebound. Shot over the top of the goal. Stephanie Caban trying to get it out. It comes to center and over the red line. Which means the Czechs will have to gain the offensive zone again. Nemcheva fires it in, and Beckering saw it at the last second, caught it, and held on. .841 gone, second period. Down the floor, pass misfire. They'll go over the red line. There'll be a flooring call against the U.S. And down to the left of Carly Beckering. Erica Simpson for the United States, number 23 there in your picture. Patočkova to take the face-off for the Czech Republic. And Hardova. Patočkova reaching for it, but the U.S. get it. Do they get it over center? Yes, they do. Stewart into the Czech zone. Ball goes high in the air, goes out of play down in the corner. Face-off will stay right there in the Czech Republic's end. Haley Frade to take the face-off for the United States. Loose right in front of the goalkeeper. Back at the point they'll go. Shot comes in from Wild, and that got right through the goalkeeper, Katarina Zakowska, who makes the save. It was Wild, just a wrist shot from the blue line, but all the way into the goalkeeper. Czechs break in. Ledlova in front. It's tipped. Beckering's got it. Can't find the rebound. It's loose in the crease. Still loose. Referee's right there. Everybody's in there. Beckering's got it, and then we get some pushing and shoving. Frantic action in front of Carly Beckering. You could see the ball come loose in the blue paint. Let's watch it here. Ledlova. And she will feed it in front. It is tipped there. Great save by Beckering. But there's the ball. Ledlova looking for the rebound, still digging. And everybody's in there. Pribleva circling the goal, takes it into the corner. Czechs desperate for the tying goal. They trail it 1-0. Out at the blue line. Kept in. Again, they'll keep it in. Good work by Frišová out at the red line, but then it's a hand pass called against the Czechs. Under 5 to go in the second period. Right away, they're going to call it offside at the U.S. blue line. U.S. down the floor. That's likely, and it will be, flooring against the U.S. Once again, let me know where you're watching the game from. Got any U.S. fans out there? Get at me on Twitter at @GScottSports. G-Scott, 2 T's, Sports. All one word. It is in the Twitterverse. Or anywhere else you're watching from. No flooring. Czechs have it behind their goal. Then Hardova. Back pass off the boards, chipped on, stays in play. Paige Harrington back to pick it up for the U.S. Knocked off her stick by Potachkova. Potachkova comes up with the ball. Harrington being helped out by Bronson. She couldn't get it out in front. Foley clears it away. Good defending by the U.S. Ganazio down the floor. Again, no flooring. Under 4 to go. Second period. U.S. clinging to a 1-0 lead. Again, the Czechs stopped at the blue line, but they had already gained the zone, so they're good to bring it in. Shisheva played it back, picked off. Almost too many players out there for the Czechs. Oh, hopped over the player's stick, may have caught a break. States down low, again they try the wraparound. Cleared to the corner by Kazinova. She'll crash into the boards. Play continuing on. Shisheva. Denisa Shisheva. One of the stars of this week here in Pardubice. Ledlova. Shisheva. Shisheva in front. Back and forth. Backhand scores. Shisheva with the goal to tie it for the Czech Republic. Just call her name. Talk about her being one of the stars. And she puts it home. Great move. That's a couple of highlight goals for Denisa Shisheva. That's a hockey player right there, folks. And the big crowd at Tipsport erupts. They set a record here last night for the largest crowd ever to watch an ISBHF World Championship game. That was the semifinal between the Czechs and the Slovaks. Just about 8,000 fans here. Rebound, Beckering, 2 saves, keeps it out. It just trickled by the far post. U.S. cleared. We are tied. 2.5 minutes to go in the second period. Rulova knocked off her stick. Cleared out, down the floor by Caban. Czechs beginning to take over a little bit here. There'll be a flooring call against the United States. Here's the shot by Kabinova. And then the rebound. Beckering makes the first save. Rulova with that one-hand try on the rebound. Beckering got a piece of it, and then it just floated by the post. That shot didn't get through. Funt unable to get it out. Again, they're poke checked. They'll move it a little further up. Dixon was stopped. Back they come again. Potachkova. Potachkova shoots. Save made by Beckering. Got the blocker on it. Bronson. And again, the U.S. have to just send it down the floor. The Czechs coming in waves now. Spurred on by the loud crowd. Here's Potachkova. Holds it. Nice delay. Blocker save made by Beckering. Face off to Beckering's right. 1:48 to go, second period. Kriblova gets kicked out of the face-off circle. Shisheva comes in. U.S. get it out over center. Railova gave it away at center. Bronson. States are onside. Foley in front. Can't get a shot away as it got by Taylor Stedman. Railova. Kept in by the U.S. In front. Czechs have it. Stopped at center. Good play by Levin. Off the boards. Got it to Stewart. Stewart right on goal. Save made by Zukowska. Under a minute to go. Second period. Haley Frade. Frade right along the goal line. Tried to flip it out in front. Cleared away by Kaltunova. Back at the blue line. On it. Mesler. Eileen Mesler. Strohmeyer. Didn't get much on that. It got through. Bounces around in the slot. Czechs are on it. They don't get it out. Strohmeyer complains she had a stick knocked out of her hands. In front of the goal. There's a Czech player down. Now she gets back up. She's got her stick again. That was Nemcheva. She was shaken up twice in a game a couple of days ago. Nemcheva. Just 5 seconds to go. She'll take it back in around behind the goal. Buzzer goes. What a second period that was. Czech Republic. All over the Americans. They get rewarded. The tying goal. Denisa Shisheva ties it. 15 minutes to go in regulation. We'll see if they settle it. This is for the gold medal. Women's competition, ISBHF World Championships. We're in Prague. We're not in Prague. We're going to Prague tomorrow. We're in Pardubice in the Czech Republic. Back in a few minutes with the third period.
Kristýno, zprostil se ti autobus, nebo jak je možný, že jsi přiláš na semifinále? Máte na to zlato, 1/3, poslední před vámi. Jak bude probíhat, jak se na ní připravíte?
Myslím si, že to dáme oba 14 bylo vlastně, aby jsme vlastně byli první, vyhráli to. Teďka si něco čekneme, budeme na to, a myslím si, že to příští bude
Nám neříkej, co si řeknete, aby to neslyšeli hráčky Spojených států amerických, ale teď máš jedinečnou šanci namotivovat ty fanoušky, kteří tady dneska jsou. Kamera je tvoje, řekni to přímo jim do kamery.
Pojďte fajně, protože my to zlato chceme, a myslím, že vy taky, tak nás pojďte podpořit a jdeme do toho!
My to zlato chceme, pojďme do toho! Garanti mistrovství světa v hokejbalu jsou Ministerstvo školství, mládeže a tělovýchovy, agentura Czech Turismu, Pardubický kraj, statutární město Pardubice, generálními partnery mistrovství světa v hokejbalu jsou Česká podnikatelská pojišťovna a Finex Technology. Hlavní partneři mistrovství světa v hokejbalu jsou JTech, KYB Manufacturing, PlayStation, služby města Pardubice, Battery Shop, T6 Power, Quiz, Marvel, AML Holding, Radegast, stavební firma Ječmínek, Czech Insurance Agency, Nissan Auto In. Partnery Českomoravského svazu hokejbalu jsou Saber, Střída Sport, Merchandise 3, Fisher Hockey, Stillman, Heating Sport, CCN a Bitware. Hlavními mediálními partnery mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Česká televize a Český rozhlas Radio Žuda. Partnery mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou AHH Auto, Škojby, Ketodie, Vodovody, kanalizace Pardubice, Explozia, Charlotte, TNT Trend, Auto, Energie AG Bohemia, Marknet, Calypso, ČPP Service, Správa z Pardubického kraje, na Patrax, Třině, Evan Stav, Asterix Asper, Elektroservice, Firet Pardubice, Tekán, Maros MT, SAN Litomyšl, Bauset.cz a Top Centrum. Dodavatelem mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou rozvojový fond Pardubice, ADP, Edera, Konektor, Flejny, Odrážovka, Dixon, České dráhy, Rozenga, Patapuf, Reptile, Volta Catering, Charles Box, All4, Tiguron, Kohinova, Benson, Finlandia a Frenzel. Regionálními partnery mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Aquacentrum Pardubice, Atrium Palác Pardubice, Deep Vision, destinační společnost Východní Čechy, Kulturní centrum Pardubice, Dopravní podnik Pardubice, McDonald's, Doslovní spolek Pardubice, HC Dynamo Pardubice, Letiště Pardubice, Golf Resort Lužická hora a regionální rozvojová agentura Pardubického kraje. Světový šampionát v Pardubicích je plný velikých osobností. Nebojím se říct i legend. Vážení přátelé, toto je jedna z nich. Pozdrav všech voličů a břitev. Pan Smitra Kajla. Hvězdy pardubického šampionátu. Smitra Kajla, ikona indického hokejbalu. Legendární obránce se narodil 18. dubna 1974 v kanadském Mackenzie v provincii Britská Kolumbie indickým rodičům. Právě proto může hokejbalu reprezentovat druhou nejletnější zemi na světě. Smitra Kajlu poznáte na první pohled. Výrazným polovousem připomíná blájného samokana, ale jak sám tvrdí, vousy nenosí kvůli imič bojovníka, ale kvůli své víře. Stejný reprezentační dres jako on oblékají také další indové, jejichž kořeny sahají do Ázie. Hokejbal se však naučil hrát v zemi Javorového listu. Tam také Kajla nastupuje v barvách klubu Vancouver Falcons, s nímž momentálně králuje kanadské divizi A. V letošní sezóně odehrál 43letý bek celkem 10 utkání, v nichž 1 gól dal a na dalších 7 si hrál. Čeští fanoušci si tohoto výrazného hráče spojují především s jeho úspěšnou účastí na mistrovství světa v Plzni v roce 2009. Tehdy se svým týmem dokráčel až do finále, ve kterém až v prodloužení podlehl právě českém týmu. Za své heroické výkony na plzeňském šampionátu se vysloužil titul nejlepšího obránce turnaje. Už tehdy měl na prsu kapitánské C, s nímž indický hokejbalový Jaromír Jágr hraje také na letošním mistrovství světa v Pardubicích. Tohle to byl pan Smitra Kajla, ale teď na kostce vystřídá touto indickou legendu to nejlepší, co přinesla druhá třetina. Tady jsou highlighty finálového zápasu žen Česká republika versus USA.
Teams back out on the floor. We've got 1 period left to play. At least. It's a 1-1 tie. 1 period of regulation ball hockey to go through. Another 15 minutes. See if somebody can break the tie. U.S. Open scoring power play goal by Kelly Foley. Beautiful goal. And then Shisheva, beautiful goal for home. We've had 2 goals. They've both been highlight types. Shots on goal after 2 periods. Czech Republic now out shooting the U.S. 17-12. They took over through the last half of that second period. I'd say the intermission came at the right time for the Americans because they were on their heels for a long time late in that second period. Czechs got the tying goal and were pushing for more. Americans a chance to get a little break, think about it, talk about it, come back out. Caban. Dixon missed it. Manhardova at the U.S. blue line. Pototchkova turning in the circle. Fed it down. Galtonova taken by Caban. Up at the blue line. Dixon trying to get it out. Kept in. Czech player knocked down. And Dixon's going to pick up a penalty for checking right there. Czech power play will now go to work. If you've been watching the Czechs all week, you know who I'm going to mention. If you haven't, then watch out for number 15 back at the right point. Hardest shot, I think, in women's ball hockey. She's got a number of goals in this tournament from that spot. They want to set her up. She's got it here. She'll wait. No shooting lane yet. Move it around. Goes back to Nemcheva. There's the big slapper. Scores! Crystal ball working well today. There's the big slapper. Low. Beats Beckering. And it is 2-1 for the Czech Republic. That goal coming just a minute 4 into this third period. Redo the face-off. Here they come again. Ball goes up in the air, bounces down to Beckering. Whistle goes, she'll cover it up. Czechs have turned it up.
A teď vás chci slyšet. Vedoucí branku utkání střelila hráčka 315 Kateřina! Děkuji.
States will bring it in. Haley Frade around behind the goal. They now trail by a goal. Back of the blue line. Fanning on the shot was Levin. Tipped in front, they score! The U.S. has tied it less than a minute later. Shot from 11, tipped. Haley Frade, it gets behind Zakowska. Great deflection by Haley Frade coming off the boards. And we are tied at 2. 2 goals in the first. And actually it may have been deflected a second time. Look at it from a different angle ahead on the big screen. Maybe Strohmeyer. It is Strohmeyer gets the goal. Ball was tipped twice on that shot. That shot went wide as Priblova got free. Nemcheva. Stewart took the shot. It was tipped by Haley Frade and then tipped again by Strohmeyer. Tough for Zakowska. Ball deflected, as I say, not once, but twice. Zigava. Rulova. Quickly closing on her was Amber Moore. Bronson left it here on the near side. U.S. can't get it out. They'll play it back again. Bronson's got it. Lifts it high in the air. On it is Foley. She has it taken away. Out at center. All alone, Kubinova. Following up on it, Patachkova. They're in over the blue line. Kubinova with a shot. Scores! They go back and forth now. 3-2, the Czechs lead it. The teams combined for 3 goals in the first 3.5 minutes here. 3:35, close enough. Gavinova shot, beats Beckering, low stick side, a well-placed wrist shot. U.S. chip it in right to Zakowska. She'll hold on to it. Czech players down on the floor. That's Nemcheva again. Well, she's been banged up a few times in this tournament. Keeps coming back. She's got herself a goal. Assisted by number 8, Barbara Patachkova. Let's go. 3-2. And Nemcheva, the player shaken up, is also gone to the penalty box. It's the Czechs who will be shorthanded. Captain Rulova has gone to the referee and asked if Nemcheva can come out of the penalty box to go seek medical treatment. The referee has allowed that. She'll make her way across the floor. The Czechs will have to send somebody else into the penalty box. It's going to have to be somebody who was on the floor. Tachkova is headed over, but allow that. Rulova is coming back to relay things routine. Right now, Czechs have too many people out there. Ledlova will go off. 5-on-4 power play for the U.S. They made good on their first opportunity. They win the faceoff. Funt. Back to Harrington. Back to Tiffany Funt. Paige Harrington. Stewart. Dobson. Stewart. Back to Dobson. Funt's in front. Shot. That rang off the goalpost. Then cleared to the boards. That shot hit the left goalpost. Came straight out. Harrington. Back to Stewart. Dobson, ball bounces on her, she'll settle it. Back to Stewart, Stewart shot, blocked. Harrington has it. Paige Harrington. Stewart back just outside the blue line, over to Dobson. Had one good chance, hit the goalpost. Harrington with a shot. Sukoska looked behind her, but the ball never got through and cleared by the Czech Republic down the floor. Beckering up ahead to Stewart. Stewart gave it away. The Czechs have it. Kaltunova lost it as she looked up and tried to take the shot. Stewart's got it back in her own end. 45 seconds to go in the power play for the U.S. Bronson gains the blue line. Cycles it down low, but back there first. Manhardova off the boards. Kaltunova, down the floor it goes. 20 seconds to go in the power play. U.S. with the one good chance. Dobson hit the goalpost. 8 seconds left in the penalty. Haley Frey down low. Bronson out in front. Tried to go short side. Sikoska made the save. We're back to even strength. Frey shot over the top of the goal. Foley gets to it on the far side. But Tachkova's there. Kazinova plays it behind the goal. Manhardova will take it there. Manhardova to Kazinova. Ledlova going to chase. She lost her balance, but Tachkova's got it. Tachkova, Ledvilla blocked in front, cleared. Back at the blue line. Horalkova's shot is cleared away. Funt can't get it out, still kept in. Horalkova will shoot it in. Levin back to pick it up for the U.S. Levin over to Moore. This is Amber Moore for the United States. Long pass off the boards, wasn't touched. Flooring will be the call. Will come back down into the USA end. Czechs have picked up now where they left off at the end of the second, pinning the U.S. in their own end. Still just a one-goal game. 3-2 Czech Republic lead the United States. 6:48 gone in the third. Blocked away by Beckering. Two players crash into the boards. Czechs come up with it. Krivlovas shot off a leg. Again, the Czechs winning the battles. Rulova against Harrington. Now Harrington takes it away off the boards. Didn't get enough on it to get it out. Nemcheva's back out there. Ball goes out of play. The face-off will come just outside the USA blue line, I believe. No, they're going to bring it inside the blue line. Last touch by the United States. Kessler up along the board. Still the USA can't get it out. Now they do. But Railova, Potachkova, she stopped. Railova's got it again. Quick pass up ahead. Shisheva with a shot. Beckering made the save. Shisheva's got it behind the goal. Shisheva trying to work out front, knocked off of her stick. U.S. to the blue line, no further. All Czech Republic right now. 8 minutes gone. Manhardova. Bronson's watching her. Manhardova turning behind the goal. Moore closes in. Manhardova won't give it up. Now over to Shisheva. She missed the pass. The U.S. finally get it out to center and dumped in by Foley. They'll change. Ledlova forced back in front of her goal. Zigova in around behind the goal. Beckering stops it up there, plays it into the corner as Kabinova was there first for the Czechs. Horalkova's shot off the goal, comes to the side, and Beckering has to cover it up. .9:13 gone, third period. There you see Beckering covering it up to the side of the goal. 3,256 loud fans here to watch this women's game. It is another record set by the Czechs. Largest crowd ever to watch a women's ball hockey game, the ISBHF. The thing about these Czech crowds, it doesn't take a lot of them to make a lot of noise. A little over 3,200. Up next, the men's bronze medal. That will also involve the Czech Republic. They lost a heartbreaker last night to Slovakia in front of almost 8,000 fans. The game went to extra shooters in the shootout before Slovakia finally won it. Manhardova, Kaltunova, all in there for the Czechs. Comes out of the blue line, kept in by Kaltunova. Potachkova behind the goal, Bronson. Really nowhere to go. Off the board zone, racing onto it. Offside. But it'll be offside. Kelly Foley at the Czech blue line. And getting down to it. 4:49 left to go. The U.S. bench looking on anxiously. They've got a little magic left. That pass hit the side of the net. Shisheva's on it. You'd have to think a goal by the Czechs would salt it away the way they're playing right now. The U.S. can't afford to give it up. Shisheva. Krivlova's out in front. Good defensive play by Dobson to tie up the stick of Shisheva. Again, U.S. can't get it out over the red line. Now they force the Czechs back. Ledlova up at center. Dobson. Nemcheva. Back out by 11, and Ledlova is away. Ledlova. Harrington stayed with her. Stewart went off the dasher, keeps going. Ledlova back down into the USA end. Czechs will get fresh legs out. 3.5 left to play. Gold medal game. Czech Republic against the United States. It is 3-2 Czech Republic. Koltunova, she's got a 2-on-1 shaping up. To Rilova, tried to get the pass across, broken up by Harrington. Bronson will lug it out for the U.S. Tried to chip it in, didn't get it past the red line, and the Czechs will send it back down the floor. Harrington back to get it. Nemcheva turns. She'll swat it down the floor. It'll help kill time. 2.5 to go. Frey. Taken away by the Czechs. Ball goes up high in the air at center. Shisheva got a hand on it first, but then the States take it. Foley. Foley falls against Horalkova. Dobson trying to work it out in front. Horalkova comes back, knocks it off her stick. Freyd has it. Haley Freyd pinned into the corner. Under 2 to play. Dobson. Shot. That hit the outside of the goal. States have to pinch in. They'll keep it inside the blue line. Their net is empty. Ball goes just wide of the empty net. Still 1.5 minutes. USA with the 6 attackers out there. Funt lost it. Koltunova, she couldn't get a shot towards goal. Bronson off the boards. Pavlikova turned, couldn't get it out. Nemcheva doesn't get it out. States have it down low. Shot, rebound, they score! Tiffany Funt has tied it for the United States with 1 minute 8 seconds to go. They got a 2-on-1 down low as they were able to hold the ball in at the blue line. And there's Funt diving to put it in over the top of Zerkovska. Stewart to Funt. And we are tied. 1 minute 8 to go. Just when it looked like the Czechs were in complete control, U.S. had nothing going offensively. All the play was down in their end. They get the extra attacker out there, the 6th player, and put it home. U.S. has called a timeout. Coaching staff, you see them there kind of indicating, you don't see them on this shot, but they're indicating to the players, calm down. Still got 1 minute 8 to go. Czechs looking on in disbelief. They thought they had this one. It was only a 1-goal lead, but the way they were playing, it looked like 1 goal would be enough. Minute 8 to go. Rulova plays it in. Pototskova in front. And alone in front was Shisheva. The ball didn't come to her. Now Shisheva's got it behind the goal. Kusinova Kasinova slap shot over the top of the goal. That hits the back of the net. 44 seconds to go in regulation. Czechs coming close to winning it right there. Back they come again. Shisheva out in front. Ball is loose in front. Bouncing around. Beckering's got it. Crazy action in the last minute. .31 seconds left. The Czechs came close right off that face-off. But Tatskova headed to the side of the goal, and Shisheva was all alone in front of Beckering. The pass just didn't get there. Into the corner. Priblova. Priblova's got it. Priblova in the corner. Back of the point. Look out. Here's Nemcheva. Couldn't shoot it. Herzigova's shot was blocked. Goes down the floor. Flooring call. We've still got 11 seconds to go. .11 seconds remaining in regulation. You know the Czechs would love to get it back to Nemcheva at the blue line. Czech player went down. U.S. come up with it. And we will go to overtime. They will play 10 minutes of sudden death. Sudden victory, if you prefer the term. If they are tied after 10 minutes, shootout. Everybody's favorite, right?
Score after short period between Czech Republic, USA 3-3. As the score time after regular time, 15 minutes of victory overtime will follow a 5-minute intermission.
Brief intermission, just 5 minutes. Here's Nemcheva's goal. No lack of excitement in that period. There's the goal again, Nemcheva. Came into this period just a 1-0 game. Czech Republic led it, and then there was a scoring explosion. States scored. Czechs took the lead back. States scored again on that one there you saw by Strohmeyer. Czechs come back. Regain the lead again. This goal here makes it 3-2. And then the Czechs had all the pressure on the Americans until this happened. The shot, the rebound, Funt put it home. That with the net empty for the U.S. and the sixth player on the floor. Tiffany Funt tied it up. So again, we will play 10 minutes, sudden death. It'll be 5-on-5. And then we will go to a shootout if necessary. A round of 5 and then 1-for-1. That's what we had last night in the men's semifinal. Czechs and Slovakians. And the crowd here is growing because up next is the men's bronze medal game, which will feature the Czech Republic. That game scheduled for 2 o'clock this afternoon. So if they had a little over 3,700 paid attendance for the women's game, there are considerably more here right now. Katarina Zakowska for the Czech Republic. Czech fans not real happy about what happened in that last minute, but still they will try and cheer their team on to victory, urge them on. and the Americans. As you can see, pretty good crowd. Shots on goal at the end of regulation. Czech Republic out shooting the United States 25-16. 3 penalties in total to the Czechs, 2 to the United States. Just a minute to go in the intermission. Are you having a good time? I think so. Not sure about the girl to the right if she's enjoying it quite as much. Goalkeepers have gone to their respective goals. Continue on going the same way as we were at the end of the third period. There's Carly Beckering in goal for the United States. Next goal wins unless we go to a shootout. All right, here we go. Overtime for the gold medal. These ISBHF World Ball Hockey Championships in the Czech Republic, the home team. The crowd trying to will them to victory. The U.S. trying to spoil the party. They have at least momentarily with that late last-minute goal. Pototskova. Levin watching her. Pototskova turns inside the circle. Up in front. Shot did not get through. States can't get it out. Kept in. Bouncing around in front. They cleared from in front of the goal. Funt. Again, they can't get it out. Finally, they'll clear it. Took about 4 tries. That pass taken by Manhardova. Manhardova to the front of the goal. Down into the corner. Shot off the goal post. Beckering's got it. They're saying it's a goal. The Czech Republic have won the gold medal. 55 seconds into overtime. And the celebration is on. Ledlova, the shot. It hit the post. Beckering dives back for it. Should get a great look at it here. Post. Beckering. It's in, no question. As it bounces off the back of the U.S. goalkeeper. What a gold medal game this was. What an ending. U.S. tie it with the net empty in the last minute. Czechs win it in the first minute of overtime. Here's your hero, Aneta Ledlova. Talked a few times in this tournament how Ledlova was not scoring at the pace she did in Zug 2 years ago. But boy, did she save the best for the last. Backup goaltender for the U.S., Alessandra Glista. What a valiant effort by the U.S. You would have to say coming into this game that the Czechs were the favorite, although the U.S. have played everybody tough, and they played the Czechs tough. It came down to overtime. They just announced the goal scorer, Aneta Ledleva. Said to her team, don't worry if I'm not scoring. When you need me the most, I'll be there. Disappointment for the Americans. But they got a silver medal. Problem, when you get a silver, it's because you lost your last game. It never feels good until you get the medal around your neck and maybe you get home and can appreciate it. But right now, silver doesn't look so good to the U.S. They'll appreciate it with time. There you see the medals and the models. Love the way they announce the goal scorers here at Tipsport. Public address announcer will call out the first name of the player. The crowd will respond with the second name, and they'll go back and forth with that 3 or 4 times. Everything they do here is fun. One more time, Aneta Ledleva, sandwiched by 2 U.S. defenders, rang it off the post. Great look at it here. And you'll see it'll hit the post. Hits Beckering in the pad as she turns. The ball goes in the net. And the gold medal will go around the necks of the women of the Czech Republic. This one, right up there with the one we had last night. Czech-Slovak men. Been an amazing few hours here in Pardubice. And we have got 2 more medal games to bring you. Men's bronze medal game scheduled for 42 minutes from now, 2 o'clock local time here in Pardubice. That will be followed by the big game for the men, 5 o'clock this evening. Canada will take on Slovakia. You don't want to miss any of that. We will be back in 42 minutes. 2 teams will receive their medals and their trophies. We will come back in 42 minutes with the bronze medal game for the men. That'll be between the Czech Republic and Greece.
Best player from the United States of America je hráčka s číslem 31. Is player number 31, Kelly Beckering! Nejlepší hráčkou z týmu Zlatého celku, best player from Golden Team of the Czech Republic, je hráčka s číslem is player number 14, 14 a přidá se Denisa! Ještě jednou slyšet jméno nejlepší hráčky utkání ČR. Hráčka s číslem 14, Denisa Křížová! Nyní je na čase odměnit druhé místo ženského turnaje mistrovství světa hokejbalu. Ceny budou předávat pánové George Grocos, prezident Mezinárodní hokejbalové federace. The awards are presented by Mr. George Grocos, the president of the ISBHF, a pan Martin Kamárek, předseda Českomoravského svazu hokejbalu. Dámy a pánové, na druhém místě ženského turnaje mistrovství světa hokejbalu 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, silver medal winner of 2017, Women's World Championship 2017. It's team of the United States of America! Vážení fanoušci, Američanky jsou sice v úvozovkách pouze stříbrné, ale v semifinále se postarali o ohromné překvapení, když porazili tým Kanady. Takže já vás všechny teďka v rámci Fair Play poprosím, aby jsme rozsvátili arénu pokřikem USA! USA! Here is the cap for the silver medal, for the second place of the United States of America. Here are the United States of America. Výš. Dámy a pánové, na prvním místě ženského turnaje mistrovství světa v hokejbalu 2017 se umístil výběr České republiky! si přišla pro první mistrovskou trofej v historii ženského hokejbalu. Míšo, běž pro trofej. Dámy a pánové, my jsme mistři! Ale ti z vás, kdo ne, prosím povstaňte, zazní hymna Mistryně světa České republiky. Dear friends, please rise for the national anthem of golden team of the Czech Republic. Mistryně světa v hokejbalu. Já říkám přesně jméno, vy křičíte příjmení. Číslo 2, Kateřina. Číslo